In this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy the
man, starting off choking to death. Nice. You muted, Mike. No, maybe. Let's see if I can take him off mute. Oh yeah, we're starting up great.
Yeah, man, what's going on over here? I'm trying to say welcome back. I'm so excited, man. Been a whole month off. How you feeling?
Man, it's crazy. Man, I feel great, dude. And you know how it goes when you that first day back, you're like, I gotta get back into it. And once you're here, it's all in pop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's how you feeling today? Ready
always,
to pop?
Sir. You know,
First of all, man, let's welcome everybody to the Ops, home of the United Front. I am one of your hosts, one Mike, and to my left. Oh wait, camera.
Well, no, you had.
Hey, no. I started.
You had it though.
Yeah.
RG in the building, aka the Waffle House Warrior, at your service.
And like I said, I'm one Mike. You know, the gym is in I.
Nice.
What up, Michelle with one L? She said, "Welcome back." Joanne is in the building as well.
What up?
Boy, Brett is in the building.
What up, though, Brett? Brett is he is a hero. He started up at 7:04. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right.
Good look.
I'm so glad to be here, man. Like back, like we never left.
No doubt.
You know,
we technically just went on vacation. You know, we need to recharge the batteries a little bit. You know.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. Remind me to grab my water on our break.
Oh yes.
What we got for him today?
You know what? When I grab my actual notes. Oh, topic tonight: nostalgic vibes.
I like that.
We actually came up with this idea because we lost a lot of our heroes over the holiday season. It's been a little sketchy outside of these streets.
It's been like that. Let me take care of some housekeeping. Make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Continue to follow one of the best podcasts that's out here. We on the up and coming. We on the rise.
No doubt.
So again, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell another friend to get down with us.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. Just so you guys know, we're pretty close to that 100 follower mark. So if you got any friends and family that have not subscribed to us, feel free to send them the link and let them subscribe to us so we can entertain them too. It's free of charge. We love you either way. So it's all good.
All right.
So let's do the rundown, shall we, sir?
Okay. Well, I was going to ask you how was your little break off, what you get into, that kind of thing.
Okay, cool. We can start there. Oh man, everything actually. Hung out with you. Caught a couple concerts. Oh man, it's been pretty busy. Helped Lady D launch her second wing to her actual tea and herbalism. She actually has a shop now live on eBay where she's actually selling some of the China. Okay. Bro, it's been a lot of good stuff happening over the holiday.
Yeah, we're only getting better.
Oh, and by the way, happy belated anniversary to Mike and his beautiful wife Precious. I was blessed enough to be invited to their anniversary get together. That was super dope.
Thank you.
I was several sheets to the wind by the end of said event, but that just tells me how much fun I had.
Hey, we had an open bar, so that's one thing that definitely kept everybody, nice and sauced up.
Well, I started the party a bit earlier. That's what happens when you got too much free time, a bottle on Xbox. So I started a bit earlier. So
that's what's up. I'm not mad at you. I'm just happy you came in and celebrating the festivities. Again, like you said, we're celebrating our 20th. So
dope.
Just makes me feel like time just be flying.
It is, sir. How about you, man?
Man, my little vacation was nice, man. Did a lot of relaxation. I probably hooped a couple times this month, but not too much. I didn't, I'm usually in it every week, but I took some time off, let the body heal up a little bit.
Yeah, man. We're not young, so even the best athletes have to recover, sir. So.
Oh yeah, and I don't get paid for this. I paid them to play.
No reason to get hurt for free, right?
No reason to get hurt for free, but it's unexpected, so you never know when it could happen. So you just try to get out there, take care of your body, and do all the things. Hydrate. That was the main thing for me, because if I don't play in a while and I get it back out there, man, I'll cramp up so fast.
Oh yeah, hydration is a thing, and we're not talking about booze. We're talking about legit water.
Oh yeah, that booze does the opposite.
Booze will have you in the emergency room with an IV.
Yes,
So make sure you properly hydrate, like real water, real Gatorade, if you're going to get back out there.
Exactly. Yep. All right, let's hit the rundown. What we got for him?
Okay, so Hulk Hogan died in July. The WNBA players won a raise. And the Detroit Tigers are still the best team in the American League Central. It's not even close, my guy.
Go figure.
That's the rundown.
That's how the summer's supposed to be, right?
No doubt. All
right.
So we got a bunch of stuff, man. We got sports always. We got Pettyville. We got music. We got pop culture. My dear friend, where would you like to start?
Let's go ahead and get the NBA going.
All right, let's go to sports.
And the only reason I'm starting there is because we're not in NBA season, but it's right around the corner.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, football season is around the corner, but we're going to start with the NBA.
Yep. What you got for us, dog?
I'm gonna let you lead this one off because
thank you.
You got some smoke for us.
Man, hey dog, this vacation has been crazy. So during my watching YouTube and researching phase, I ran across something that I found pretty interesting.
Your sound is a little choppy.
Hold on, let's see. That better? How about now? Good.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I was too far away from the mic. You got to get your positioning back and all that good stuff.
Definitely.
So there is conspiracy investigation right now happening with the NFL Players Association, where they're saying the current leader has actually been colluding with the league to actually do things that you're not supposed to do as a leader. Like, I don't know, help the owners actually get their money back. And here's some of the things that they've outlined, right?
Okay.
They have, first is financial issues and potential misconduct. The FBI is investigating financial dealings with what a company called the One Team Partners, right?
Okay.
And they're like a licensing group for the NFPA and Major League Baseball. In other words, they have a clearinghouse that pretty much handles all the intellectual rights for when you're in the video game, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on the table. The former exec that just stepped down, they're looking at his expense report, and like most people do, he's got a bunch of strip club tabs. I don't know how my healthcare has anything to do with sparkles, dancing on the pole, but they got that in play.
Well, maybe it's health. Maybe it's health. Heart health. Get the heartbeat beating fast. What my retirement plan is. That's between me and you.
Bro, once you get the FBI involved, you don't have to worry about your heart.
Okay.
And then last but not least, and it's a lot more to it. I'm just going over the Clipse notes because we ain't got 2 hours to talk about this. Then they're saying the lack of transparency and conflicts of interest. So there were concerns raised about the culture of secrecy and potential conflicts within
the sound is still like.
All right, let's see. How about now? Is that better?
Yes, that's a lot.
Okay, cool. I just gotta get close to the mic. We working on it. Yeah. So there are a bunch of conflicts as far as secrecy and potential interest with the Players League Association. Like, it's one guy, he literally works for like the league, and he also has a separate gig with a consulting firm that they just sold shares to.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff going on, and we don't have an hour to talk about this stuff. So I would encourage you guys, after you get done watching us, to go to this guy. His name is Pablo Torre from ESPN. He has this really dope website called Pablo Torre Finds Out, and he breaks all this stuff down. So if you're into all this stuff like I am, good watch. It'll at least last you 2 to 3 hours because a lot of stuff to deal with. So
okay, I'm so glad that you sent it to me as well. So because I was not up on this at all. That's why I said I was gonna let you lead the way. That's NFL though, right?
Yeah, that's NFL.
Okay, that's what I meant to lead off with, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man. I mean, it seems to be a lot of situations going with front offices and the FBI and investigations. Before I get on that note, shout out to Precious and Aya. Thank y'all so much for the support as always. And hey, fam, Precious is in the building too.
What up, dude?
But what's crazy is I'm kind of flip flopping to the WNBA. They're looking for a new collective bargain. I mean, actually, they want to get paid what they feel they owe. At first, I was totally, I was like, how are you going to get paid if the league isn't making any money?
Right.
But the stuff that I was researching and learned about was like a lot of leagues have been when they started out or whatever in the hole and was able to still pay the players what they need to pay them, because I guess you look at it as a business in a way that if I'm the owner, I'm already guaranteed to take a loss, right in the first couple years or whatever. And we all know, well, we don't know, but I'm pretty confident in the league making a jump in the next couple years with the talent that's coming in and with the new viewership. I think the thing with the WNBA, I think they need to market towards, don't market to me, because most people my age aren't really watching the WNBA. Not saying that they won't watch it or everybody is my age. I know I run into a lot of people that's my age that don't watch it. I do watch it. I don't watch it on a regular, but hey, if it can make me a couple bucks, I'm definitely gonna watch.
As long as you can vote on the folks, he's down with it.
Exactly.
I respect it, dog.
But I'm pulling for him. I hope everybody on both sides can come to an agreement, basically, and we can stop having sex toys thrown on the court too.
Well, that's just a heathen, right? So I kind of read up on this too, right?
Okay.
So what they're asking for is they're asking for a model like the NBA males get, right? Yeah. So they want a 50-50 revenue split. That's where the raise is coming from, which makes sense in theory, right? Because I don't work for the league, so I don't know exactly what the numbers are. But they figured out how to pay Magic $1 million in the 80s with no TV coverage. So there's money somewhere to be made.
Yeah. And they're not asking to be paid like the NBA players, but they just want
the same compensation on some levels,
Yeah, like I'm one of your debtors to pay us,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're part of your loss too.
Yeah, because your biggest part of any business is labor. So they knew this walking in the door. So why do you think that you cannot pay them what you owe them? Yeah, $250,000 might be cool for me, but if I'm a pro athlete and I'm on several million TVs every week and I'm only getting what I could have got with a regular degree, why am I here?
Why am I
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, man. Sound like we wrapped that up pretty nice. Did you have anything else?
No, just big shout out to the Tigers. They are still leading the AL Central. They are 8 games above. So it takes somebody, in other words, it'll take someone 8 straight games and the Tigers lose 8 straight losses for them to even catch up with them. So they're pretty much run away with the division.
Where is the you talking about in the division? I was about to say, where's the Blue Jays at?
Today we were tied with Blue Jays with the same record as of today.
Okay.
So I think it's 60. I want to say 60 and 48.
Okay.
Yeah, 60 and 48.
For our baseball fans out there.
No doubt.
What Let's go to you want to go to pop culture?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's jump there.
Whew. Where do we start, though?
Hey, you the captain of this ship.
Oh boy. So first of all, before we get off into this other topic, big rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, bro. That felt different, right?
Yeah, that one actually that one stung a little bit. You know, more than I thought it would, because when it seemed like all that week and still today we're getting, you know, throwback Bill Cosby shows.
Right.
It was typically about Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like, one of my favorite episodes is I got a couple of them. Him singing Justine.
Yes. It's not what it seems. Justine.
You know, the Monopoly money. Remember?
Yes.
You know, that was another one. And of course, the shirt.
The earring? No, I'm thinking the earring. Remember when he got the earring and it was like all puffy and stuff and he was trying to hide from his pops?
Yeah.
Kept moving back and forth. Yes.
That was another classic. That was another Gordon Cantrell shirt.
Yes.
That was one of my favorites. And you know, them singing Ray on the Stairs. Fire.
Absolutely. The reason why it hit me, because we're all the same age. So we got to grow up with him. So that's one of those icons that you say, oh wow.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Technically, he was America's favorite son. He was an icon of family living in that time frame, what you aspire to be. So to see him grow into a very dynamic man and then like randomly be no longer with us because of an accident on vacation just kind of hits different, you know?
Yeah, you know, kind of like, not to compare the two or anything like that, but it just puts you in the mind like one day Steve Irwin was here and then he's not.
Bro, and he got murdered by the most random animal ever in life. He wrestled crocodile, son, and survived.
And you know what's crazy about what made me bring up Steve Irwin was we were watching a show yesterday and they was talking about stingrays.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought him up, and I was like, dang, that was the most random way to go too. You know?
Yeah.
That's in the ocean. That's around the ocean, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, I have a rule of thumb. I feel like the ocean can kill anybody at any given time, so I'm usually not trying to die on vacation. So I'm trying to be risk adverse.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. Because my Capital One car only has so much credit limit, and if they got to ship me back from another country, I don't know if I got enough space in my car for that. So it's better that I come home.
Well, it's two places I don't want to lose my life or be unalive, as they say.
Yes.
And that's on vacation and at work.
No. Sign me up for work. You know why? You were on the clock. That means they got to pay you double. Now,
I don't know.
I don't want to go out like Elvis, right?
On the toilet.
Yeah, bro, unalived on the toilet. I don't know if I want to go there. That's a little much for me, you know. But
okay,
I digress.
Fair enough.
All right. Another person who passed away, very controversial person, Hulk Hogan passed away last month also, right? Mm-hmm. And you could say what you will about Hulk Hogan. He is an icon. But, of course, since I'm of Gen X, we have a lot of people younger than me wondering why we love Hogan so much as a wrestler. Keith Fraser's a wrestler. And I had to think about that because even one of my favorite podcasters, his name was Monty Jones, he was kind of dunking on Hogan. And I realized something. There is a gap in culture between the Hogan we grew up with and the guy we learned he was, right? Mm-hmm. And here's what I mean by that, right? So when I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was like the first superhero you could actually be like, right? So we couldn't be like Star Wars. Nobody had no lightsabers. We couldn't be Superman. We couldn't fly. Wonder Woman had a lasso. And none of our parents combined had the money of Bruce Wayne. So we couldn't be Batman either, right?
Right.
But Hogan's Steez was this very simple thing. Training, prayers, and vitamins. Everybody could do that and stick up for your friends. Everybody could do that. And in our culture, what were we all about as kids? Our friends and sticking up for ourselves. There was always some bully trying to beat you up in those times. Back when bullying was acceptable, we lived that. So, Right. It technically was, right? So Hogan came in at a time off the back of another person we saw as a superhero, and that would be Mr. T. Mr. T was the star of the A-Team. He was shooting and beating the hell out of people, sticking up for his friends. Then all of a sudden, this big-ass dude that looks just like him says, hey, I'm a hero too. So he automatically became cool based on Mr. T. So he already passed in our world. He was automatically cool because he's hanging out with Sylvester Stallone in the movies, doing push-ups, wrestling with Mr. T. And then we find out this dude is beating the shit out of people because they're fucking with his friends. That's everything we were about. So he meant more to us because his type of superhero was obtainable. And we didn't have the internet, bro. So we didn't know he was a horrible human being. We went off the images that we seen.
Okay.
And they always present him as a superhero. Right. So that's why we feel the way we do about it. Not saying he's not a horrible human being, but he's different to us because of the way we see him in our formative years. So
I agree with everything you said. One of the funny things, I guess, that I came across maybe in the last, I'll say 10 years, is when they when he choked that guy out on an interview. It was him and Mr. T. and dude woke up and sent it to a commercial. I was like, wow, he muscle memory for real.
Bro, you know who that was? That was Richard Belzer from Law and Order.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he used to be like a comedian and a talk show host, and then he got into acting. So
okay, all right. No, I didn't know that, but yeah, he got put in the sleeper hole, and I'll have to go back and watch that full interview because what even sparked them to do that? Because Hulk Hogan was an asshole for that.
Well, okay, so here's what's changed, right?
Okay.
Back in the days, wrestling was a guarded secret, right? We kind of felt it was fake, but their thing was to make it seem as real as possible because that's what sold tickets. Yeah. So if you see somebody get hit upside the head with a bell, oh my gosh, you don't know that they know how to, not die by getting hit in the head with a ring bell. So everyone would say wrestling's fake. So the guy said, hey, wrestling's fake. He said, why don't you do one of those little wrestling moves? So he said, okay, I'll put you in a front headlock, which is technically a choke.
Yeah, definitely.
30 seconds later, this dude is on the floor with his wig split wide open. So that's usually what happened. When you challenge a wrestler and said their industry was fake, that was their money. So they would protect their money and their industry just like anybody else. That's just like me saying baseball is fake. Yeah. It ain't fake till you get a 90-mile-an-hour fastball whizzing by you and you check all your life choices. Trust me, baseball is very real.
I'm going to tell you I question all sports, but that's a whole nother show.
Yes. But you don't question the athleticism, right? Regardless of how they got there or the scenarios. That
No.
The athleticism's there, bro.
Especially wrestling. Like, even like, being who I am today and looking at wrestling, the fact that, somebody can jump 20 feet in the air off a rope and land on somebody without killing them is enough athleticism for me.
Bro, I just seen Roman Reigns jump over the top rope. He is my age. I have trouble getting up out of my chair after work, and this dude is jumping over ring rope. So
yeah,
very impressive.
Very, very, very. Where we at? Oh, we still got my time.
Oh, we got
time. Yeah. We had another loss, didn't we?
Yeah, we lost Ozzy Osbourne, which brings me to this serious question, right?
Okay.
How strong was his heart, man? Okay, so if you think about it, right? There's not a drug on the planet Ozzy Osbourne did not take, and he got to be damn near 80 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. I'm impressed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And look, I'm sitting over here speechless because so many thoughts are running through my head. Like, one, the whole family. Remember they had the reality show?
Yes, I do.
Man. That show was, I was never an Ozzy Osbourne fan or anything like that. But I did watch that show because I was like, these people are like special needs.
The thoughts and the views of this podcast do not reflect. Okay, I just had to get that out the way.
I'm just saying, man, like, and it could have been acting. It literally could have been acting, or you shaking your head. No, I'm trying to walk back what I just said.
Oh, okay. You're right.
But yeah, That show was something. That show was something else. But I'm gonna tell you this though, it did bring awareness because I knew nothing about Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes, Ozzy did outlast a lot of people.
So what have we learned, class?
They were smoking the better drugs because you know who's still here? George Clinton is still here, by the way.
Yeah.
So, yes. Get better drugs, kids. Get better drugs. I joke and I kid. I don't mean that for seriously.
Views and opinions of the ops.
Yes.
We need to play that like before the show, in the middle of the show, and on this commercial break coming up in about 5 minutes.
We're gonna start streaming that at the bottom of the show. Just
let ticker tape.
Let that cook.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, that was crazy. Because it all happened like in the span of
yes, drugs.
Man,
Put the putback dunk. Shout out to President.
I know. But it's crazy because all of it was wrong. I swear, you would think. Now I'm about to just crack jokes now.
Yes, because that's what
on the Ozzy Osbourne show, you would think that they escaped the little, like the little
asylum.
I won't even call it asylum, but them houses where people need assisted living type.
You talking about the halfway house, bro?
Kinda, and it's like let's follow them as they are on week 13 of escaping the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly. Bro. I mean, we can understand nothing Ozzy was saying.
That is true, by the way. It seems like only time I can understand Ozzy is when he's singing.
I didn't even understand him then.
I don't know because I listen to a lot of rap. So mumble rap and regular rap, not that far apart. So after a while, you learn people's cadence.
You know what the common denominator of it is, though? Drug use.
Oh
yes, drug use. Like okay, mumble rapping sounds like drool and like you just drooling and speaking it, and I don't know. It's all the same though. Ozzy Osbourne and mumble rap, like you just said, hand in hand.
True, and this is why we need Lady D on the show because she stops us from the madness. She's not here. Shout out to her. She's on vacation, extended, but sorry, you got us. Yes.
Yeah. Who's gonna stop us now?
Outside of getting banned from YouTube, probably nobody. Other than that, we're great.
All right. Well, what else we got? What else we got before we hit this topic? We got anything else?
That's pretty much it for me. I know we got a little bit of music later in the show, but yeah, we can get into the topic. What's the topic, brother?
The topic is nostalgic vibes.
Now, with that being said, we got the audience. We want to talk about all your nostalgic vibes from your era and beyond. So feel free to drop it in the chat because we out here. We reminiscing, man. We got reminisce for Theo. So yeah,
we doing music, movies, TV shows, things that changed over the years that you wish we could go back to. That's what this topic is really about, So like for me, just the simple stuff. I miss early, like Saturday morning cartoons and eating my bowl of cereals, trying to get the prize out the box while I'm flipping through the Smurfs and shows like that.
Right. You know what I realized is that we were civilized children. I don't know how me and my older sister never fought over the prize in the box. It was just like, oh, cool, I got it. I don't know how we never fought over that.
I don't. You know what? Me and Brandon didn't fight over it either, but I think we took turns pretty much on what it was. I mean, because some of them toys was crap, and then some were really, really good.
Right.
I like the little. Remember the bike reflectors that you used to put inside the spokes?
Yes.
Like I specifically remember the Garfield one.
You had Garfield on your wheels, B?
No, but I just remember.
It's okay, man. It's a safe space. It's a safe space.
No, you know what I used to do though? I used to fold up. I used to take playing cards and put them in my spokes so that I can make my bike sound like the motorcycle.
Dope. Honeycomb used to have real metal license plates with your state on there. So me and Kim would beg our parents to buy Honeycomb so we could find a Michigan license plate, and it would actually fit on the back of your bike.
Did y'all actually like the cereal?
No, the cereal was great. It was a sugary goodness that my current blood pressure could never eat nowadays. But it was great back then. It was great. It was nothing but pure sugar and adrenaline in a box,
You know what? That reminds me of this cereal we used to eat. Well, Brandon ate. I didn't eat it because it gave me instant headaches at 11. And that cereal was called Kaboom.
Oh, my dad used to love Kaboom, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my dad swore by that cereal. Yeah, that was his junk.
Man, Kaboom was nothing but loaded. I don't know. I think it was gunpowder, firecrackers, and sugar. And I couldn't sit still. I had a headache. I was laughing. Man.
So, Chet, so what was your favorite cereal growing up back in the days? If you still eat cereal, that's cool too. Unfortunately, my cereal choices are very limited because I don't eat a lot of cereal anymore. But hey, Chet, what's your favorite cereal? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, mine would be right now. I'm on a Frosted Flakes kick.
Okay.
Still got a box up there, but I haven't even finished that. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All right. Now, I will say this, right? I have one cereal from my childhood that I still eat, and that is Count Chocula. It only comes out once a year, and I have to have at least one box. That's all I can eat because it's nothing but sugar and marshmallows. But, dude, I cannot get over it. But I can't eat it every year. So I have to, eat it seasonally.
It's funny that you bring up marshmallows. Those marshmallows be so crunchy. But they were so good. Like, you wanted, especially like Lucky Charms. You wanted the marshmallows in there.
Right. You know what would make you mad, though? When you pour a bowl of cereal and you have like 2.5 marshmallows and you want to like put your cereal back in the box?
Yeah, like shake it up and throw it back in there and see if you get another, what's the name?
So, right. Yeah. Oh, man, we're over. Hey, okay. Let's hit our break and then we'll come back and we'll get back into the top topic.
Yep.
Tap into your essence with a Divine Essence candle. Candles that soothe your soul and balance your chakras. Each candle has an affirmation inscribed on each jar to help you stay grounded, create balance and harmony. Use code DE20 for 20% off your first purchase at divineessence.us.
And we are back. Big shout outs to all our sponsors that keep us in the game. Big shout out to Joe Skin So Soft. I almost forgot the commercial. I just watched them, right? Divine Essence and all our partners. If you guys so choose, if you would like your commercial aired on our program, please email us at weareunited@myyahoo.com. We have very competitive rates and we can put your commercial in many different homes all over the world, not just here. All over the world.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah. This show is
global.
Aaron. Yeah, I was shocked to find that out, back in season 1 of our beginning this podcasting journey.
Yes, our second life, I will say.
Yeah. Wow.
I know, right? Time fly, right?
Yeah. I'm mad. Well, I guess I can go back and do some research, but I would like to get the number of episodes we've done actually since we've been on the United Front.
You mean like this? Episode 48?
Let's go. Yes. Let's go. And you know what? I seen it earlier and I forgot all about it, I guess.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally watched the commercials and forgot I watched the commercials as I was recapping it. Yeah, it's great. So I understand.
All right. We all right, though. Continuing our conversation about the cereal, Precious definitely she came with Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, etc. So
I know, and they were so good, bro. I just so sad that I can't eat this stuff no more, bro.
Yeah, we don't eat as much. Well, we really don't eat as much cereal as we used to. I mean, me reading a lot of stuff about how breakfast was even introduced to the world has definitely slowed me up a little bit. But I still love my orange juice, bacon, and eggs.
Yes, absolutely. Bacon and eggs all day. I can eat bacon and eggs from sun up to sundown. Easy.
Me too. I just be lazy when it comes to cooking.
Well, bro, just 2025, the air fryer in full effect makes the best bacon, dog. I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
Oh, hell
man,
yeah.
I have an air fryer, and that thing probably got used maybe 3 times last year. 3 or 4
bro,
times.
Put some bacon in there on a timer. It will change your life, sir. 400 degrees for like 15, 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Dang, and you know what else? We even put bacon in the microwave.
I used to, but then it gets like mad leathery. You know how bacon, if you don't eat it right after you get out the microwave, it's like leathery. So
the air fryer lasts a little bit longer, and it's the perfect, consistency.
Yeah. Okay. I would say I swear by the air fryer. Right. If you want it more crispy, you leave it in there longer. If you want it a little more like not crunchy, you just take it out a little bit sooner. Because everything I was gonna say sounded like a pause, and I had to catch myself as I was thinking it out. So yeah.
Oh man, that gets more clicks and likes and laughter. At the end of the day, that's all we going for. Laughter.
Right.
So don't hold back.
All right. So I'm gonna bring up one nostalgia that I miss.
Okay.
And I know I'm probably the only one. I miss Reebok Black Tops, by the way. That was like my favorite shoe of all time. I miss the Reebok Black Top. I need the 2-inch vertical like Sinbad had in the 90s, bro. I need that shoe back.
How did that become your which shoe again? The black top Reebok?
Yeah, the original Reebok Black Top, the one that was all black with the charcoal. Oh man, that was probably the most comfortable shoe I ever had in my life.
Forgive me, because when you said that, the first thing that crossed my mind was British Knights.
Oh no, I had some of those.
I did too, but
they were okay.
Yeah, I look back on like everybody had these shoes, and there was nothing really special about them.
You know what I never had, which people used to love? Remember Top Gold when they had the little fake gold chain on the tip of the shoe?
No, but now I'm gonna Google that. And let's see what we get.
Yeah, that's a very gimmick shoe, sir.
It's called? Top Gold?
Yeah, it was called Top Gold. And then we also had because remember we got a little bit of age difference. There was also Troops.
Yeah, I remember Troops. I remember the coat, the shoes, and basically the clothing.
Right. And I'm gonna ask you a question because you're in your same age.
Okay.
Were Triple Fat Goose actually warm coats, or we just liked them because they were trendy?
I think they were.
Because I don't remember ever being warm though. I remember I was stylish, but I don't remember actually being warm in the Triple Fat Goose.
I don't either. And you remember? I remember I used to clown Brandon because Brandon got a first down coat before they like. The crazy thing is when he got it, I'm making fun of him, and it showed up on New York Undercover, and then like this, I don't know, like my pants was ahead of the curve. So I was sitting there looking stupid because I was clowning him for his first down coat.
Right. Only thing I remember from them coats is they had real goose feathers. So you would sit down, you see a little feather just fly out the coat.
I done lost a lot of feathers in my triple fat. I was like, man, you would think, I don't know, it was a dead goose. Like the goose was alive at one time in my coat. He just, slowly withering away.
Nice. Oh, I got another one for you, right?
Okay.
Starter jackets, yay or nay? I could live with starter jackets coming back. How about you?
Of course. I think I had one that was so everybody had this team. It was the NBA. It was green, purple, and white.
What, the Milwaukee Bucks?
Close. Charlotte Hornets.
Oh yeah, but dude, okay, so I'm not even mad at you because Grandmama was that guy at that point.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason. Plus, I love the colors. I thought, I love the B on the back of it. But yeah, starter coats.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I forgot. So Grandmama is actually the basketball player Larry Johnson. Children, he actually was a really dope basketball player. He actually had one of the greatest Converse commercials ever in life and one of the greatest shoes. So for all you kids that are not my age, Google Grandmama, aka Larry Johnson. I forget. We got to talk to the folks.
Did you remember? I just saw this thing. It's a commercial for Larry Johnson that never came out. And it featured Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Yep, he was supposed to be the perfect weapon because his name was Larry and Johnson. So
and they was like, we're gonna name him Larry, no Johnson, Larry, no Johnson. I thought that was fire. So yeah, little throwback. What about clothing? Let me say this. I feel like clothes back then, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the beginning of 2000s, the designers and everything it showed like your, what's the word I'm looking, expression.
Right.
And I feel like
cross colors, stuff like that.
Yeah, where you live kind of thing, and getting stuff airbrushed, the overalls and things like that, had character. The clothes today, that I'm talking about the generation of today that's dressing for the 2020s and up, I feel like it don't really have no character. It still has style and things of that nature. And that's great on a low scale, I guess, for a person my age. But it doesn't have that. Oh, remember when we used to wear this? I don't see this generation having that right now.
I can't really relate because I think my fashion style stopped in 1991 because I still technically dress like a 90s rapper. I'm still boots, hoodies, jeans. Sneakers,
but when you go back to the style back then, like in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the 90s was our golden age of dressing and things like that, right?
Right.
But you know what, bro?
Full disclosure, there's a cat that's like, man, them 70s, they was fire. So everyone's going to say that about their era.
Yeah. No, that's, and I'm not saying that our era was the best as far as dressing. I'm just saying we have something to look back at. Whereas I feel like this generation, 2020s and up or whatever, there's nothing to really put your finger on and say what they are wearing outside of skinny jeans and you know what I'm saying? And I don't know.
Yeah, dog. I just want to see I want to see some of these 60-year-olds rocking these skinny jeans. That's gonna look crazy.
And not just that, but like, our retro shoes are coming back. Like shoes from the 80s and the 90s is what's really selling and what's popping right now. So like, it's almost, I'm about to sound like my parents when I say like, y'all don't have nothing. Everything that y'all wearing now is created from the 80s and 90s because I don't see no originality outside of, there's a couple shoes that's dropped and things of that nature,
right.
Especially in the basketball world. But as far as like, what's a designer, I guess, that's really taking over like the urban hip hop scene and whatnot of this time?
I think that was a trend of the time though, where you had a signature person who was kind of the statement fit of that time. Because you think about it, they had the FUBU era, you had Tommy era, at the Polo era. So champion, you know what I mean? So it seems like every designer took their turn kind of like flipping it that way. All right, let's see. We had a comment. Let's see. Joanne said she had a few of those high top cloth Converse flip downs. Oh yeah, the All-Star.
I remember those. I remember those too. Yeah. So my point being is like when we look back at the 90s, we can equate that to cross colors and damage and used and all that. So what I'm saying is from let's say 2015 to 2025, what is their look back to?
Tight ass pants and promethazine. Other than that, I have no clue.
This sounds like hey, we're gonna change the title to this show. It's gonna be nostalgia and drugs.
Right. I don't know.
Hard drugs and nostalgia. That's what this show is about.
Hard drugs and nostalgia. Oh,
halfway home Nostalgia and hard drugs. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I like that title, man. We gotta rename it.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. All right, so where we at? We at 45, sir. Let's see. We got a couple Mikeism. We got Pettyville, and we still got music if you want to talk about that, but it's totally up to you, bro.
Let's talk about music. I know you had something for music. Let's go there real quick.
All right. Well, one thing I do listen to is a lot of music. I would say right now the dopest records I've heard right now is probably the new Clipse, Let God Sort Them Out.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard pushback where they say, "Oh, Pusha T always talks about dope," and this is true, 100% true.
Let me stop you right there.
Yes. I got an explanation for that though, because I can't front and act like the elephant in the room doesn't exist.
No, I'm just saying it goes with the title. We're talking about drugs and hard drugs.
That is true. Hey man, this show took on a life of its own. I'd never seen that nowhere, right?
Let's go.
So I would say there's a big difference between what Pusha T is rapping about and every other person, right?
Okay.
And it's simply this. Most rappers rap like they're still standing on the corner selling dope. They act like they got a couple pieces in their pocket and they just trying to get $100.
Okay.
Pusha T talks as a guy who actually ran the drug industry. He doesn't talk from a dealer perspective. He talks from a higher standard. And his raps reflect that. He acts like he's more than just a street dealer. And he also laces in his age, his era, and his culture. So he has like a lot more substance to his drug raps, if you want to call them that, than you would say the average rapper, right?
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, go ahead. I thought you want to say something.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say the combination of Malice and Pusha T together is amazing to me. Just the and their production. I mean, you can't go wrong with the production. You can't go wrong with the lyricism, regardless of what they're talking about. It's still, it gets people going.
Right. And
gets me on.
If I had to recommend one song that you want to hear, because it resonates whether you're into drug rap or not, is the first title called Birds Don't Sing, because they were actually shouting out their parents because their parents died a couple months apart from each other. So it hit me differently based on my own life story, but it was dope to see them be introspective versus talking about whatever. You know what I mean? So super dope record. If you don't hear anything else, I would encourage everyone to listen to at least that song.
Okay. I agree with you on that. I really don't have no music thing. I've been listening. You know what's funny? I listen to a couple other well, it's not really funny, but I listen to other podcasts, and right now everybody's on the Chris Brown heater right now. Like, as far as I guess he got a new project that's about to drop at the same time that he's doing his touring and things of that nature. So look out for that. I'm actually more of a Chris Brown fan now than I ever been. Even when he first came out, it was kind of corn poppish for me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he's another person we kind of grew up with, but we don't think about it like that. But we we watched him as a child star, and now he's an adult and he's still making amazing music, which is very rare, by the way.
And then his production is usually pretty good. He always has a summer hit, 1 or 2. So I'm saying this for me. There's people that's really been on Chris Brown from the drop, but the funny thing is he always had my attention. I give most of his albums a quick listen, and then I kind of brush it to the side until the songs that they choose for radio hits is played all through the summer and things like that. So I will be on the lookout for that.
All right, dope. And he's currently on tour. I noticed from hanging out with Betty. Betty says there's Chris Brown doing what they call the Breezy Bowl.
Yeah, Breezy Bowl.
I'd never heard of it until I start, talk to one of our hosts.
Okay.
So I think she went this weekend. He was in Miami, so I think that's his tour. And then I think the album comes out shortly after that, from what I understand.
And he's supposed to be here this Friday.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm not gonna watch it, but shout out.
Hey, I would. But a little too rich for my blood at this time.
Yeah, indeed. So we got Mike Isms and Pettyvilles.
You got Pettyville?
I do have a Pettyville.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of saving my Pettyville for Lady D to be in the building, but she's not here. So I really don't have one right now.
Cool. I just got a quick Pettyville question. So
let's go.
All right. So this happened to me a couple days ago, right?
All right.
So it's a grocery store called Aldi's. You know, where you pretty much either you pay a quarter for the basket or you hold everything you ever bought in life in your hands, right?
Yep.
So I'm in line, got several bottles of wine, are in the cart. I see a person, they have like everything known to man in their hands. They got eggs, they got everything. So I say, hey, why don't you jump in front of me? Because all I'm doing is buying wine. And they say, oh, thank you. My question is, do you feel obligated to actually let someone jump in front of the line? Because my thing is, when I think about it, and I'm using my petty side, you had all this time to get a cart, a box, or something. But now you have 9,000 items, and you look like you're in a circus juggling like piñatas or some shit, and now you're standing there looking pitiful. Do you feel obligated to let somebody jump in front of the line if they got 1,000 items?
No. However,
didn't have to think about that one.
No, because I mean, one, you're petty for not wanting to pay the quarter to get a basket, and you got 90 things in your hand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like all it takes, like let's say they had a bottle of wine under their arm as well. You know, yeah. So me and Precious on the same. She probably is agreeing me if I let somebody go in front just because they got 9 items and not a grocery cart or basket. But my thing is, you know, you had all that time, like you said, to get that. Oh, I know where I was going. You got a bottle of liquor under your arm. You got all this other stuff. You drop that liquor. That's your fault. I feel like you should have to pay for that because you could have paid a quarter and took care of that. Hey, Joanne on the same tip.
Right. Okay, I respect it.
Everybody saying no. Yeah. So my thing is no. No.
No, because you want to be courteous, right? So if I see an old person, right, I might let them slide. But if you're my age and you don't have the sense to bring a quarter to a grocery store that you know you need a quarter, I feel like you should like build your muscle up by holding your stuff. You know?
What if you never been to? What if they never been to Aldi's? I still would have did what I needed to do to get a cart. You know what I'm saying? Because even like I think it's a dollar store not too far from me that charges for a basket. But when I go to the dollar store, everything I'm buying is usually...
thank you. That's not really being petty. Thank you. See? Well, thank you.
No, I think being petty is not getting the stuff, not getting the cart. You're being petty and cheap.
Well, you know what it is? It's like as we get away from like physical coins, I've been to places where I didn't have a quarter.
Okay, right.
So I can see that.
Okay.
But I'm not the goof that's gonna carry 9,000 items. I'm gonna find a box or something else to carry my stuff in. I'm not gonna be in here like this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this: would you allow them? Let's say you had a cart. Would you allow them to use it? If we're standing, if I'm behind you and I have 90 items in my hand, you just got like 6.
It depends. Like if you're 80 years old and you're about to like kill over, yeah. If you're my age, no. You know better.
Fair enough.
If you're a mom and you got like mad kids, probably so. You know what I'm saying? You know, I because I have kids, so I know how it is to be in the store and you got a million things you're trying to get done. So yeah, but
the funny thing would be when like you said, she got 9 kids, but you didn't see the other 3 with their own baskets coming around the corner too.
Right.
You know, and you didn't let, basically 5 people get in front of you. Let's see, Preston's got a comment. She said she read an article that said if you can't pay the 18% tip, you shouldn't go out to eat. I don't agree. I can afford my bills. I'm just not trying to pay theirs.
Dude, that is really aggravating to me because we're the only culture that's up in here tipping. Like you go to France or somewhere, they get angry when you try to give them money because that's their art form.
Uh-huh.
We the only people that you go order a pizza and now I got to give the guy who handed me my change 20 extra % for what? He just handed me the pizza.
Right. That's why I'm doing carry out. I didn't sit down. I didn't ask to be served or anything like that. I just want my pizza, fast food. This is your job. My thing too is, I bet you in France and all over the world outside of the U.S., they're getting paid, wages that make sense.
Thank you. And I think that's where my irritation, like Precious, is. My thing is like, why don't you make the industry more profitable so your actual employees don't have to rely on the actual people buying the food? If I'm already spending $100 for a meal and you're telling me like, hey, by the way, you give me 18% more, why? Are you gonna give me more chicken wings?
Right. Or you got an attitude when I ask for extra sauce. I put 2 in the bag. So
yeah. Can I have some more soda, please? I only had 9,000 wings and they're all spicy hot. I'm sorry. Or do you own Coca-Cola? Can I get some more ice? God dang.
Hey, you know what? That's my petty bill. People that own the condiments or act like they own the condiments. Like, come on.
My favorite one is like, can I get a pack of ketchup? That's an extra 50 cents. Well, dude, put it on my goddamn retirement plan. Will you give me my damn ketchup? Stop playing with me. Give me my damn ketchup.
And then, like, going back to what Precious said, Joanne said she so agree with Precious. So
yeah.
But it's just crazy that there's actually jobs that pay you way less than minimum wage, less than what minimum wage used to be when I was working at $5.25 an hour.
So how you gonna give me a dental plan, but I don't even make $5 an hour? I don't understand how that works. And then I gotta beg the customers to get the rest of my show that you technically owe me for the same work.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
And that's one to grow on, man. That's crazy.
And when you really think about it, like, we're going to underpay you and you got to go beg your customers to get the rest of your show. But we expect you to show up to work on time. We expect you to be prompt. We expect you to do everything that you would do with a normal job that's going to pay you to just sit there at a desk. But now you got to serve people and get paid less, which is way harder than what we do.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's go on to Mike-isms.
Yeah, I got 2. You got any, bro?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Goodies.
No doubt. So today we're reading from the book of the Stylistics because I've been on some retro music, dude. Between the Dales of Stylistics,
yes, you have,
and Dramatics, bro. I just in my zone right now.
That's
all right, so we're reading from chapter Rock and Roll Baby. That's a real album title, by the way. And verse, You Make Me Feel Brand New. Yeah, I know, right? So life is a succession of lessons that must be lived to be understood. Mm-hmm. I'll say it one more time for our friends on Instagram. Life is a succession of lessons that must be lived to be understood. Especially when you realize growth starts at a choice followed by your actions.
Ooh, that's fire.
I know. Every once in a while, RG come through with one, right?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now I'm about to mess it up. Okay.
Good setup.
He's still working with me, folks. Yes.
Yeah.
In business, people use a phrase, keep it simple, stupid, or kiss it. I'll say it one more time for our friends on Twitch. In business, people use a phrase, keep it simple, stupid, or they kiss it. Until you have to deal with somebody who's both stupid and simple. Now it's a problem. I love that when I had to run that back.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one. What up, everybody? And y'all know what time it is. Welcome to Mike-isms, where we're taking this thing to infinity and behind. We say behind because we're celebrating every moment that it took for us to get to where we at right now. With that being said, light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. This is brought to you by Alan Dundas. Shout out to you, sir.
Oh man, that's funny, dog. Well done. Well done.
I got one more for you.
Yes.
If only closed minds came with closed mouths.
You know what?
You're welcome.
Facts though.
Yeah, that's all.
Facts
that's
though.
all.
So yeah, that's the show, folks. Big shout out to Lady D. She'll be back with us next week. Back better than ever. Feel free to slacker. I ain't gonna take an extra vacation day off.
Right.
This is the best free job you'll ever do, Lady D. Come back to the show.
Exactly.
Now it's not like them people waiting tables. Like, yeah, I gotta pay the customers to get paid. Yeah, great. Not one of those guys.
You know what? It's so free. We pay to be on here.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave 20%
That's my
when we do the show.
I know.
Yes.
Help us make some money. I'm begging.
Yes. Tip us. With that being said,
amen.
Boom. There we go. Please consider donating to the show at PayPal at Arcades. All your proceeds go to the operating costs of this network, including your 18%, because we put it all in there. But help us out. If you want to advertise, feel free to go to our email, which is weareunited@myyahoo.com. We have very competitive rates, and we can put your commercial in millions of households weekly. And that's what we do.
Just to back up what RG said, we're on our Dr. Umar. Please send some money.
But we're actually going to do something with it.
I heard he did. I mean, that's what I heard through the grapevine, but I just saw him on Instagram, saying, his assets got frozen. Gee, I wonder why. But anyway.
Well, he did something with it. He put it in his checking and savings account and then told me to save more money. Yeah, I did. Right on Dr. Umar. You got us.
Hey, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I am _1 Mike. You catch me on this show every Monday, 8 to 9 p.m. And man, I had a great time. So glad to be back. Catch us next week. More topics, more fun, and more nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm RG. Shout out to Dr. Umar for taking care of all that good money we donated to you. You can find me on this very network. Matter of fact, I will be here tomorrow for Running with Scissors with the rest of the fam. And I'll see how Mike is looking down at the camera. I said it. Yeah, I did. But anyway.
Not mad.
Thanks for watching the show. We appreciate you guys always. Don't let the conversation stop here. Hop in our chat. Let's keep this nostalgia thing going. We can always revisit these shows in the near future. Other than that, thank you very much. And I guess we'll catch you next week.
Peace.